All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thank you. Good morning, Meadow. Hey, we're going to go ahead and jump into some things today. So a couple of quick announcements. First of all, I think some of you may have forgotten, we do have Exodus still on Wednesday nights. So we would love to see you guys all out there. Mid-school guys. I don't know what's been going on the past few weeks, if you have like sports or stuff's been going late or practice or whatever, but join us, all right? Join us Wednesday nights. We still have a few more Wednesday nights left, and so we'd love to see you guys here, and we want to finish strong on it. So be a part of what's taking place on Wednesday night. I honestly don't even remember what other announcements I have up there. We do have our garage sale fundraiser coming up. Thank you. I want to make sure everybody knows what's going on. We do have a summer camp. It's going to be at the very end of camp, or at the very end of summer. And so a couple of years ago, we tried to do this, and then everybody got COVID. But what we're doing is we are taking a Three Trails camp where we normally go for Fall Escape, but we are using it in a whole different way. And so we'll have access to the entire camp. So if you've only been there for Fall Escape, there's a whole other half of the camp that we never get to use because it's not open in the fall. So like the high ropes course and the zip line and all this other stuff's going to be there. We're going to use like the pool. If you are a junior or senior right now, you are in a complete different dorm and cabin area than what all the other students are going to be doing because you're in your own spot. So that'll be for upcoming seniors and graduates because you all will grade bump by that time. And so we're not using the chapel for like where we do our main stage and everything. We're going to be using that in a different spot. So it's going to be an awesome time. And if you remember, a couple years ago, we were supposed to do this. And we charged, it was like $100. And we were going to do like a Tuesday night kickoff and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and just try to make camp way cheaper and be a local. And there was, I think Karen said almost 175 of you all signed up for camp. It was like our largest event ever. And then I got COVID, and then someone else got COVID, and then everybody working at Breakaway got COVID, and we had to end up canceling. So we're doing this again back here. So that camp will be a lot cheaper than what we did camp last year. However, to earn money for it, we're still doing this garage sale, and you can use your money for you or towards a friend, however you want to do it. But I'm using my sucker. I'm sorry. But the garage sale, what are you going to be doing? And it's super easy, is whatever stuff you have and you've collected, you bring up here. We set up in the gym, and you kind of have all of your stuff marked, so whatever you sell goes towards your account and your money. And honestly, if you participate in this, you could easily pay for your entire camp, like super easy right off the bat. So I know a lot of times students will earn $200, $300, $400, $500. I've had students earn over $1,000 doing this garage sale because they just brought in everything they could. They went to their grandparents' house and uncles, and they were like picking stuff up off the curb, no joke, like people throw away, and they're like, I found this lamp out in the street. I'm going to sell it for $2. And they did. So it's super easy way for that. So I'm letting your parents know and stuff has gone out. This is just going to be a quick meeting after church next Sunday for your families. And so they can come, just hear about how it works, and then we will get it out there. The garage sale's not till the summertime, but that's going to be for what that is. So that's just so everybody knows what's coming up this summer and what's going on. If you earn more money than that, you're like, well, if camp's only $115 or whatever this year, what if I do earn $300? Then that can go towards your Fall Escape. It can go to Refuel Weekend. A couple years ago, Christina, who's a leader now, she earned enough money for her camp, Refuel, Fall Escape, and part of her mission trip. It went for everything. So whatever church related, it'll go towards. So that's like our big thing. Will, do we have anything else? We do. Thank you. All right. All right. Year to remember. So our upcoming Exodus XL night is going to be the first Wednesday in May. And we're just doing a fun thing just to keep it easy called A Year to Remember. And so this Wednesday night, you guys are going to vote on like our favorite games, favorite prizes, favorite songs. And you guys are just going to kind of choose what we're going to do. And it's just going to be a fun night as we kind of close out this school year. So that's going to be our next big XL night. We already picked our favorite fruit, and we're just going with free Chick-fil-A for the night. So come on out that Wednesday night, Chick-fil-A, and then everything else will be following, like games, prizes. You guys are going to vote on all of those things this Wednesday night. So show up Wednesday night because you're basically planning the entire XL night on what we're going to do and have some fun with that. So that is our last XL in May, though. So invite your friends to that. Don't forget, I know we've been a little short on Exodus Wednesday nights, but we need to see everybody here for that night. I believe we don't have anything else going on, no focus or anything tonight. We'll start back up our Sunday night like discipleship stuff once summertime hits. So we're letting everybody take the month of May off, and then we'll get back into it because you guys are almost done with school. How many days? Anybody started a countdown yet? You're seniors? 25? I guess seniors aren't in here. You got 25 days? How many school days, though? 25 school days? Flip. I'll ask the teachers because I think the teachers have been counting down longer than the students. 25, but I checked out on day 30. All right, so you got 25 days left coming up quickly, so and we're going to have a lot of fun during the summertime. That should be all of our announcements. All right.
My friend says he's a compulsive liar. I don't believe him.
I can always tell if students are new because of the blank faces and they're like, what just happened? We have no idea, by the way. If you're like, did that have anything to do with the morning? It never does. It happened one time when Will was like in 7th grade, and we're like, let's just do it every week because it's funny. So, hey, we're going to try a game here this morning. What's our team competition points? I was not down here last Sunday. 6th grade, our guys must have won last week. Was it all middle school guys competition or just all guys? All guys? So 6th grade, 7th grade. What happened to 8th grade guys? They didn't win? You're still minus 1 million points? Jay's negativity. No, that was your 2 weeks ago when you yelled at me something mean. My feelings are worth 1 million points, Jay. 6th grade guys, 6 million, or 9th grade guys, 6 million points. Way to go, 9th grade guys. 10th grade guys, how come 10th grade guys have negative 1 million? Yeah, but why did the 10th grade guys do it? I don't know. There's no notes at that one. 11th grade guys, 1 million. 12th grade guys, negative 1 million. That's because Austin booed me from back there. I remember that. I don't know what you booed me for, but you booed me, and that hurt my feelings too. You and Jay. 6th grade girls, 0, so that's not bad. It's not negative. 7th grade girls, negative 500,000 points because Lily said mean words to me. And Lily got banned from further competition for the month. So Lily, feel free to watch today's game and cheer on your friends. And 11th grade, minus 1 million points. That was for sportsmanship. So I don't know what you guys did that either, but apparently it was not good sports. What did you guys do for negative? That was you. You did that. Poor sportsmanship. All right, so hey, it's pretty easy, guys. Have a good attitude. Play well, all right? 9th grade guys are clearly doing a great job at it, so good job for that. Good job for that. All right, hey, we're going to try a game. I don't know if this game's going to be any good. I'm just going to be honest, all right? I found it. There's like this youth ministry thing that I have a group on that like I'm a part of, and everybody was giving this game, like you can review it and give stars, and so many, like it was like filled, and everybody gave it 5 stars, or be like, oh, my students love this game. I was like, I don't know. I looked at it and thought, I don't understand if it's that cool or not, but we'll try it. And it's a very easy game. It's just like a video point-driven game. And so what you're going to do, you do have to move for this, though. You don't have to like run or do anything gross or do anything dumb. You just have to stand up and like move to a corner. And that's, I know. Or we could just do numbers, I guess. Who booed me? Marius, did you boo? Marius, did you boo? Luke, did he boo? Luke, don't lie. Did he boo? He what? Was he booing? Huh? He was booing having to move. That's sportsmanship, though. Take 1 million points off freshman guys. Post sports. All right. Okay. Anyway, we got to get started here. So here's what we're going to do. You guys all look comfortable, and I don't want to move chairs around anyway because I set them up in a very specific way. So you're going to have choices to make. And so we'll have to pause the video, and I'll tell them how to make the choice. So you're just going to do like 1, 2, 3, or 4 instead of moving to a corner. You guys all look nice and comfortable where you're at. So again, we've never done this game. We'll see how it goes. So the game is Can You Survive? Can you survive? And it's car edition. It's car edition. So we'll see how this goes. It does have audio, so make sure that's turned up. And let's hit the video and see what it tells us to do.
Hi, my name is Eddie. Do you think you're a good driver? Let's find out. You're about to take a trip to your grandmother's house to give her a cake and a little pot of butter from your mother. I will put you in some no-win situations on your journey. Let's see if you have what it takes to survive.
Okay.
Here is how we play. Listen carefully to the questions. You will have 4 possible solutions, and it's your job to find out the best option. If you get the question wrong, you have been eliminated. If you make it to the end, congratulations. You survived. Enjoy your hard candy.
Suckers. Okay. So hipster LeBron James apparently has got us some questions he's going to give us here. So if you think, and I think he'll list them in order, and so we'll pause in the order and we'll give you 1, 2, or 3, or 4. I'll be honest, I have not even looked through this whole game. It just had a bunch of good reviews, so we're going to try it out. It sounds kind of like Keep the Cat Alive game that we played. Remember that game? Do what, Lily? Oh, Lily, bad sportsmanship. All right, minus 10 points. All right, here we go. I'm just joking. All right, so Will, let's see what the first one is. Let's see how this game goes. And if we don't like it, we can write a review.
You're taking a road trip. Your first step is to get in the car. How are you going to put your seatbelt on?
Okay, so you have numbers. So raise your hand up, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Raise your hand up. Which answer do you think is right? Your seatbelt. All right, if you have a number 1, you're out. If you have a number 3, you're out. Don't change your answers, by the way. Delaney, don't change your answers. Keep them high. Keep them high. All right, so if you held up a number 2, stand up for me. If you held up a number 2, stand up. Okay. All right. From now on, Will, we're going to give the answer or give the question, pause it. I want everybody to hold them up high because I feel like I saw a lot of this going on. Like, nope. No, I didn't have a 1. Nope. So hold them up high and we'll go from there. All right. The rest of you guys, y'all died. You're out. Okay. Go to the next one.
You find yourself driving in the mountains and it starts snowing hard. There are no people or buildings for miles, and you run out of gas. Should you?
All right, pause it. Pause it. All right, hold them up high. Hold them up high. Hold them up high all the way. None of this. I want them high so leaders can see. So they don't say that I'm cheating. I want it above your head high. All right. Okay, go for it, Will. Go for it. That's what I like to see, Marius. You're back on. You're good. I'm going to give you bonus points for holding them up high. All right, if you had a 4, sit down. Sit down if you had a 4. Number 1, sit down. Sit down if you had a number 1. All right, only number 3s. Only number 3s. All right. We got 1 sophomore, couple freshmen, and a junior. All right. Oh, Mason, you're still in? All right, Mason's still in too. All right. 7th grade or 6th grade? 6th? All right, and 1 6th grade guy left. Here we go. And only 1 female. Huh. Imagine that on a driving test. All right, here we go. Next up.
Blizzard has finally subsided, but now you're stuck in the snow. How do you get free? Do you?
All right, hold them up high. We're not not going to pause it. Hold them up high. Quick, 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 quick. Stop. It's got to be over before. Hold it up. Hold it up high. What do you got? Okay, okay, okay. Hold them up. Go. Yeah, probably. I just used the mic. Go, 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 go. If you had a 2, sit down. Sit down, Alex. Sit down, Alex. 1. All right, all right. Mason, you had 1? Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Ready? Okay. Sorry, Alex. You died. Okay. Go for it. What's the next one? Next one.
On your way down the mountain, your brakes give out. How do
Okay.
you respond?
All right, you got to have your answer up before the red gets there or you're out. You got to have the answer up. So Mason, get it high. Nevaeh, get it high, get it high, get it high. 3. All right, are we ready? What do you got? Okay, go for it. We got 3, 4, 4, 4. Hey, definitely call your mommy. Oh, don't never call your mom. Oh, no 3s left. Oh, good job. Good job. Good job. We got 3 people left. 3 people left. 2 freshman guys, 1 junior girl. All right, here we go. Let's go to the next one.
You make it down the mountain
what?
in the early morning and there's a heavy fog and your car breaks down. Would you?
All right, got to be up before the red line gets there. Hold it up high, Nevaeh. Red's almost there. Oh, you guys, come on, man. Yeah, they're good. They all got them. Oh, if you guys all get 3s, you're all out, though. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, way to go, way to go, way to go, way to go. You guys are all in it. You're all in it. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one.
The fog clears and you begin to drive through the desert. Finally, the paved highway gave way to a desert sand. What do you do when you hit the sand?
Grandma lives way far away, way far away. All right, pick a number, hold it up high. Hurry, 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 hurry. What she got, what she got? 2? She's got 2, 4, 4. 2s are out. Hold on, hold on. Oh, freshman guys again, freshman guys again. All right, put 5 million up for freshman guys. Do what? See who wins between the 2 of them? All right, go for it. Let's see who wins. How many more are there?
Driving carefully on the sand, you notice your engine.
Let's just
is
do one.
overheated.
This is it.
What's your move?
All right, put out a number. All right, we got, oh, come on, God. They're just going to keep. All right, he's going 4. What? All right. Yeah, Marius, you got to pick a different number. Marius was very sure of his number. All right, there we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You might get it. Ah, you both lost. You both lost. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, not bad, freshman guys. Get the points. Get the points. To all of our female drivers out there, I apologize. I'm sure you guys are all great drivers. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So we're going to get junior girls are back at 0. We're going to remove the negative 1 million off of them from sportsmanship. So Nevaeh earned you guys back a million points there. Jay, I appreciate that compliment. Way to go. All right. Yeah, Will. Do what? Junior girls. They're back at 0. Do what? I don't even know what we did to sophomore guy or junior guys. Sophomore. I don't know. I think you're fine. Okay. All right. Hey, we're going to try something a little different today. And so for the next couple of weeks, We're just going to be on a 2-week series just kind of dealing with mental health. And so both of these weeks are going to be video-based teaching, which normally we don't ever do on a Sunday morning. But we're going to try it because sometimes when you hear it so often from up here, maybe it kind of loses its, effect. But I also think they did a good job with the curriculum we're doing right now. And so today, the teaching is just going to be based on anxiety. And so it doesn't matter how old you are in this room, whether you're a student, whether you're a leader. This is something that is just a part of our world right now, and a part that's something everything at any point in time everybody can deal with. And I think sometimes when you're going through it, you feel like you're the only one, and it's almost like maybe sometimes we're embarrassed to even admit that. And so, but it's a very real thing. It's something everybody deals with, and there's it's definitely talk and speaks about this in Scripture on what to do and how to refocus and how to handle these things when things get a little crazy in life. And so, it's going to be video-based, but after that, you'll still go off into your small groups and have normal discussion like you would do for anything, okay? So just because it's video-driven, please don't let that be like, they won't notice if I'm on my phone right now, if no one's right in front of us doing so. I want you guys to just follow along, because here's what happens. Like when you get your phone and stuff out, it's not only distracting to you, but it's distracting to the people around you, because then they're kind of looking at what you're doing and what's going on. And then you're tempted to like nudge the person next to you and show them what you're doing. So just put phones away. You won't need them right now. The scripture and stuff will be on the screen. And just follow along with the teaching. And I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do, but you can still get something great out of it. And then we'll dismiss to our small groups, okay? So, Will, I'll go ahead and let you cue up that video.
It's time to elevate the conversation.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jean, and today we're talking about a really big topic, anxiety. To be really clear, I'm not talking about normal, everyday stress, depression, or other mental health topics. We're specifically focusing on anxiety. First, let's talk about what I mean by anxiety. The American Psychological Association says that anxiety is an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. In other words, anxiety involves our emotions, our minds, and our bodies. It affects all 3 areas of ourselves in different ways. I know you know this. Anxiety seems to be one of the top things that people are talking about right now. Influencers, teachers, people in the news, mental health professionals, and doctors are all saying that we need to be paying attention to rates of anxiety. But that doesn't make how we feel suddenly change. When you're feeling anxious, you're looking for possible threats in your environment. As a result, you may feel tense, nervous, or unable to relax. You may experience panic or a sense of dread. You may feel like your world is speeding up or slowing down. Okay, that is what anxiety feels like, but there are different types of anxiety. There's helpful anxiety. See, anxiety is actually an instinct that has helped humans survive throughout time. Think about the person who, back in the day, had to hunt for their own food while also being hunted by like a saber-toothed tiger. I'm sure they felt some anxiety as they walked through the brush and trees, but that anxiety helped them to stay alert to their surroundings and aware of things lurking in the bushes that could also eat them. That kind of anxiety seems pretty helpful to me. And that's the anxiety that shows up when we are in difficult or potentially unsafe situations that can help us to stay alert in helpful ways. Then there's unhelpful anxiety. Today, we can sometimes have those same feelings as our ancestors, but without the same threat. It's like our minds and our bodies are saying something is lurking in the shadows, but the feelings don't match the threat. It's when we feel intense worry or fear over something, but that something isn't anything we can always control. I'm sure we all experience this from time to time, and although it's not that helpful, it can be really normal. Also, there is consistent anxiety. Now, there are some of us who experience a different kind of anxiety. It's like it's always on. We worry, have feelings of fear or dread about the future, and make decisions based on this heightened level of anxiety we feel daily. Some of us have diagnosable anxiety disorders, and some of us just feel like we're in crisis all of the time. Unfortunately, research seems to say that there are more and more of us who deal with this type of unhelpful anxiety regularly, myself included. Look, no matter where you are with the conversation about anxiety, my guess is that either you or someone you know deals with once in a while or consistent unhelpful anxiety. That's why today, I want us to elevate the way we think about the anxiety crisis going on around us. Here's what we all know. Anxiety is something a lot of people are dealing with. According to the research, anxiety disorders are the most common mental illnesses in the world. But from my own experience, and most likely from some of your own experiences, the feelings of anxiety we face can make us feel like we're all alone. We can know that a lot of people go through the same thing, but it can also feel like no one else could even ever understand. In fact, we could even say that feeling alone intensifies anxiety. Feeling alone or like no one else can understand our anxieties might be the reason why so many of us try to find ways to avoid dealing with our anxiety. What I mean is, we try to cut corners instead of facing our anxieties head on. Instead of figuring out how to really deal with unhelpful anxiety in a way that gets it under control, or at least helps us manage it effectively, we do all sorts of other things to try to get around having to take the really hard steps of dealing with it. Maybe we try to push through our anxious feelings by putting on a smile and pretending we're okay, when in fact, we aren't because we want to be seen as normal. We try to avoid our anxious feelings with drugs, drinking, porn, sex, clout chasing, or other things for temporary relief from feeling overwhelmed, because feeling any of those other things is better than feeling anxious. We do our best to hold on to good vibes or try to manifest a different reality that will hopefully fix our anxiety about the future, because we don't want to feel in the future what we feel today. Here's the issue: the way so many of us typically approach anxiety. Trying to avoid, fix, eliminate, and go around anxiety doesn't seem to be helping. Like we all know, anxiety is at an all-time high. The level of anxiety we are experiencing is not healthy and doesn't seem like the kind of life that God created us to live. In fact, Jesus himself said that he wanted to show us how to live a full life. So, if that's possible, how can we begin to experience more of that life? It would be so great to be able to offer a cure today, but I have to be upfront about this. This talk won't be a cure, but hopefully this conversation will help us answer an important question. If pushing through, avoiding, or ignoring aren't working, is there a better way to deal with anxiety? A few thousand years ago, this guy named David, who happened to be a really powerful king, wrote something that can be helpful for the conversation we're having today. He was a guy who knew a thing or two about anxious feelings. He fought lions and bears, was chased by a paranoid and power-hungry king, had a rough relationship with one of his sons, and made some really bad personal decisions. Yikes. I'm sure this dude felt anxious from time to time. Well, he wrote a poem about the difficult times in life that shows us a different way to deal with what we're facing. It's recorded in the book of Psalms, which is a collection of poems and songs written by people that were following God, like David. I'm going to read through this entire poem, but I'll stop every so often to explain what he's talking about. Check out what he wrote. The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. David is acknowledging that in our best moments, we can be confident that God gives us everything we need to thrive in life. Then, he says, he lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. He renews my strength. He guides me along right paths, bringing honor to his name. Truly refreshing rest and peace come from God. Those moments where our soul feels peaceful and rested, even if it's been a while, they're from God. God wants you to be able to experience more and more of that. God takes us on a journey to live a full life where we can experience peace and goodness. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. We said earlier that it seems like so many people are trying to avoid or go around anxiety. Well, David says there's a different way. The darkest valley he's referring to are difficult moments or experiences we all face in life. He says that instead of trying to go around or avoid these issues, we can go through them. It doesn't mean anxiety will just disappear, but that there are ways to go through our darkest valleys. Anxiety may be one of these darkest valleys for some of us. Going through anxiety might mean sharing with someone how you're feeling for the first time, opening up to a trusted friend about something in your past, getting the help of a professional, or even starting medication. Not only that, David experienced walking through the difficulties of life, and he was able to say that to himself, I will not be afraid. This seems impossible, but David says the reason that this can happen is because God is with us. When we do the hard but good work of going through anxiety, God is with us. We are not alone. No matter what it looks like for you, even if you are dealing with an anxiety disorder that you'll manage for years, like many people, you aren't doing it alone. God is always with you. Every time you're afraid, worried, or anxious, God who created you and loves you is with you. You are never alone when you feel anxious. Most importantly, God makes a way for you to know you will be okay. Okay may not mean cured without or completely healed from anxiety, but it does mean you can be more okay than you may feel right now. When I say okay, I don't mean things will automatically be fixed or better. Like in my case, I will be dealing with anxiety for the rest of my life. But what I can tell you is that once I realize that I'm not alone, that God is with me and there are ways to manage it, I am way more okay than I've ever been before. And I so wish I would have realized this when I was your age. I wish I would have known there was a way through what I was feeling when I was in high school. Things like talking to people who loved me, a counselor, a psychiatrist, and starting medication. Not everyone will need the same things I did, but any of us who are struggling with anxiety can take steps to go through anxiety in order to be okay. In fact, as David closes his poem, he gives us a glimpse at what goes on once we decide to go through and not just try to avoid the darkest valley. Your rod and your staff protect and comfort me. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. You honor me by anointing my head with oil. My cup overflows with blessings. Surely your goodness and unfailing love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. David says that as we journey through life, we can be confident that God is equipped to help us through our darkest valleys. Not only that, we'll come to find that God blesses us, is good to us, and loves us so much. David says we'll experience a feast even when surrounded by our enemies. Think about it this way. Even though anxious feelings may never fully go away, we will be okay. We will still be able to enjoy a good and full life because God is with us, is equipped to help us, He loves us, and God makes a way through our anxiety. Remember, God makes a way for you to know you'll be okay. Remember, okay may not mean cured without anxiety or completely healed, but it does mean you can be more okay than you may feel right now. And how do we know that's true? Well, David uses a bunch of language that explains what a shepherd does. Rod, staff, leading, all of it is connected to how a shepherd guides his sheep. Check out something Jesus said about himself. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He who is a hired hand and not a shepherd, who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees, and the wolf snatches them and scatters them. He flees because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Jesus said that he is our good shepherd. He was saying that a not-so-good shepherd would leave their sheep when danger approaches. As a good shepherd, Jesus says he's committed to us no matter what comes our way. And Jesus came to show us what God is like. So we can be confident that God makes a way to know we'll be okay because Jesus proved that he'd be the one to guide us through life. We're not alone, and Jesus proved that when he came to walk with us. Today, even though we can't see Jesus, we get to follow his Spirit who guides us. Listen, having wrestled with anxiety myself, having walked beside dozens of other teenagers, family members, and other adults who have been there too, I wish there was a magic formula that took it all away. I wish there was medicine, a practice, a cure-all that made it just all disappear. But that's just not the case. But here's what we can count on. God promises to be with us. God gives us a way to move forward in spite of it, to not allow it to take control of our lives, but to find a way to thrive in its presence anyways. Whether you're dealing with anxious feelings sometimes, living in a constant state of unhelpful anxiety, or just know someone who is, all of us can do something about what we're talking about today. But instead of trying to give you a bunch of answers about where to begin, I just want to leave you with one thought and a few ideas to go with it. As you continue this conversation, just remember, how you walk through anxiety matters. Ignoring, avoiding, and ultimately trying to go around anxiety isn't working. So what would it look like for you to walk through or help someone else walk through their anxiety? Here are a few ideas. Talking to a trusted adult. Getting honest about whether you're having anxious feelings or consistent anxiety. Asking for help determining which one you're experiencing. Talking to God about how alone you feel when you're anxious. Addressing the anxiety you see a friend struggling with. Learning more about the different kinds of anxiety we experience. Being open with someone about the things you're worried about. Starting to see a counselor. Seeing a medical professional about starting medication. There are so many ways to begin this journey. Personally, I think everyone should talk to God and talk to a trusted adult. But here's the key. The step we can all agree to take is the first one. So what's yours? I mean, just imagine if taking steps through anxiety could begin to change everything for you or someone you know. Wouldn't it be worth it to start by just taking one step and then taking the next and the next and the next? One step at a time is how you will find yourself having moved through the darkest valley David talked about. One step at a time to move through and not around. That's the way forward. God makes a way to know you'll be okay. Okay may not mean cured, without anxiety, or completely healed, but it does mean you can be more okay than you may feel right now. When you head to small groups, think about your response to this question. What part of the anxiety conversation is most difficult for you?